I'm Scott. I design, build, and repair woodworking pieces. I'm opening up the doors to my shop to help you become a better woodworker. I know 2 retired woodworkers who have permanent lung damage because of the sawdust they breathed in over the years. That's why I pay a lot of attention to sawdust in my workshop. This is the power tool that I use that most frequently creates dust in my shop. And because of that, 15 years ago, I built this dust collection system. Now I've looked for other solutions out there, but I haven't found anything that I think is as effective as this. So I'm going to show you what I built here in hopes that you'll do something the same in your workshop and help protect your lungs. Effective dust collection is all about managing airflow. What I have here is a very narrow opening, and because I've got a narrow opening, my dust collector has a lot of suction and power to pull air from where I don't want it to where I do want it. So as I'm creating dust here, the airflow will pick up those particles and suck them inside. If I've got a wide opening like this, I don't have the power and the suction to be able to pull the dust from out here and around the saw base into the unit. Let me show you a few examples of how this works. Now that you've seen how important it is to have a small opening, let me show you how I built this unit. It's a basic box sitting on a flat surface. In my case, I built my saw into a torsion box, but any flat surface will do. The important part is how to make these doors as narrow as possible when you need to make your cuts. So what I've done is I've set in just a simple track that the doors slide in and put them just behind the fence and just above the table. That way I can adjust the doors for a cut I need to make. So if I need to make a miter, I reduce those doors down as small as possible. That way I've got the most suction I can get at a given cut. I can show you a few cuts here and you can see how well it works at various angles. This box is hooked up to the dust collector through a spiral duct here. This goes inside the box where I've got a pickup. The pickup here is part of a Y. Now this box was making up about 90% of my dust collection, but there was still a little bit missing. So this Y goes down, continues underneath the table, and pulls from underneath. Let me show you. I found that when I was making long 12-inch cuts, I needed to be able to pull more dust from the front here. And that's why I added this pickup at the front underneath the table. So this picks up most of the dust out here, whereas when I'm making shorter cuts and standard cuts back here, it's the box that's doing the work. To make your own dust collection system, here are the keys to success. You need to make sure you've got enough airflow, so use a 1 to 2 horsepower dust collector. Build a box and seal all the air gaps except for the front doors. Install those front doors on sliding grooves to make sure they're easy to move back and forth and adjust, and install the doors just above the saw table and behind the fence. Then test different pieces and tweak the design as needed. I hope this gives you a good idea on how you can set up a dust collection system for your miter saw. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe. You'll be notified when the next video comes out. If you've got some detailed questions for me, you can reach out to me on Instagram at Woodshop Therapy. Thanks for watching and enjoy your time in the shop.